Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back. And we're going to be reviewing this rough country lift kit that I installed on this 2001 Suburban. So, here, you want to get in here? Alright, so when we ended up installing this lift kit, I've had a couple issues with it. So there's a new bracket that hooks onto the lower control arm that your torsion bar actually hits into. And it is hitting part of the subframe and it is not allowing me to flex at all in the front end. And when you're off-road, you want as much flex as you can. So there's been a couple times I've almost come close to rolling it. And now that I know what it is, I'm gonna do some modifications. So I'll show you those. Just make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel, liking the posts, sharing them, help me out. All right, we'll get into it. All right, so this is the 2001 Chevy Suburban 1500 with a 6-inch rough country lift on it. So there's only two things that I really have issues with, maybe three. Okay, so right here, this is your torsion bar. And this is the new bracket that it comes with, and it bolts right into your lower control arm. Well, what happens is right here, there's another bracket that goes along this new cross member right up here. And your torsion bar mount right here will actually hit against that bracket. There's a better look. And it'll literally stop you from flexing anymore. So I've only been getting maybe a couple inches up of travel and that's it. It'll bottom out. So I'm actually gonna have to shave down the back side of this knuckle right there just so it'll clear this bracket. Yeah, it doesn't look good right now. I actually cut little slits into it and it bent in a little bit and I got a little bit more travel. But that's just one thing that you gotta look for when you're gonna be lifting up Suburban 1500, anything with the torsion bar and using the rough country lift kit. Before you install the torsion on it, hook up this new key right here, that new bracket, and cycle that lower control arm up as high as you can and see where you need to shave off. I mean, this bracket is huge. The stock one is even close to that thick. So I mean, there's the stock one, you can see it's not that thick. This one's pretty thick. So I'm gonna shave this down and that'll allow a little bit more suspension travel up. And then the other one was my rubber bushings right here for the bump stops. It had 3 pucks in it and they were actually compressed exactly where it was. So I ended up cutting 2 of the rubber pucks off of it and just had 1 rubber one. And then you got a metal bracket that's probably from my thumb up there, and it just kept bottoming out. So I ended up cutting that off. I'm gonna make my own bump stop little rubber bushing that goes right here, so then I'll be able to flex a little bit more. But other than that, this lift kit has been pretty good. It's cheap and it was like $1,250, $1,300, and it'll do for now. So when you do install it, just make sure you look for that new bracket that the torsion bar will hook into and cycle it all the way up with the lower control arm on. So that way you know where you need to shave some stuff and go from there. Me, I'm gonna have to end up taking apart some of my suspension, grinding it down. And then another thing I noticed is with this lift kit, I had to really crank the torsion bars even to get it to cycle with the suspension a little bit. So yeah, I've got a slight curve on the CV axles on both sides and it's not ideal, but it works. I haven't broken one yet. Maybe. Let's go ahead and knock on wood. I'll break one eventually. But that's the goods and bads that I have with the rough country lift kit so far. As soon as I grind those pieces down, I'll get even more flex on the front, and it won't be too bad. So that's it on my review. Alright guys, I know this is a short video on it, but what I'll do is I got a couple videos that I've made of me off-roading. I did not yet make those slits where the control arm or the torsion bar bracket was hitting. Now that I made those slits, I went and flexed it a little bit, and it made it a lot better. So I'll have to do a trip, probably up to American Fork Canyon. We'll go off-roading and see how much better it is. And hopefully I can shave down the knuckles on the end of the torsion bar brackets so I can get more flex that way. So, all right guys, well, thank you for watching. Appreciate it. Have a good day.